My name is Robert Rodriguez. I am a operating CFO, to put it shortly. I've been with the Veld Group, Veld Mergers and Acquisitions, for the last 20 years. We've been partnering and working together on various business consulting engagements, transactional engagements for at least 20 years now. Michael and I were probably 14 years old when we met, 15 years old. He was in 8th grade, I was in 7th grade at a private school in Las Vegas. The three of us became best friends, at an early age. Michael had gone to grad school in Michigan and came back and decided that he didn't want to join any large consulting firms and wanted to do something a little bit more intimate and closer with his friends and build something out of nothing. And he started reaching out to me in San Diego and asking me, hey, do you want to start working with Ryan and I? We're starting this business here, and we're going to start selling companies and appraising companies and valuing companies. And what do you think? Do you think could you be a good fit? And you can bring your finance and accounting background into it. Fast forward to today, 16, 17, 18 years later, this is where we're at. I probably oversaw about 300 business transactions personally. I appraised over 1,000 businesses and consulted with 2,000 to 3,000 different businesses. And so we got really good at taking a look at a company and within a half hour to an hour or a few hours being able to size up their financial situation pretty quickly. So as a team, our job is to tell you the truth, whether you're going to like it or not. Sellers they've done an amazing job. They've built an amazing business. They've worked their butts off and put their blood, sweat, and tears into their companies, sometimes for 10, 15, 20 years. When it's time to let go, sometimes it's for good reasons, sometimes not for good reasons, but it's a big deal. It's a big process. And so they don't want to leave money on the table. They don't want to get taken advantage of. Ultimately, what I tell sellers is we're not trying to find the most money or the greatest value or anything like that. We're trying to find the right transaction and the right situation, and that's the right buyer, fair value, and a fair transaction, and a good buyer coming in to take over this company that has 10 or 20 or 30 employees that have been relying on you for 10 years. That's what's most important. Honesty, integrity, and genuineness, I think, are important things to develop a good relationship with the client. And we have people that we've known for 20 years. I still talk to the person that bought the first business from me in 2003. The reason this has all worked for so long is because we each have our own unique skill sets that come together real well. So as a three-part team from the executive level, Michael he's done an amazing job at building out the company, creating the structure, creating the vision, kind of putting together the high-level big picture. Ryan is one of the greatest salespersons in the world, and he is so because he's genuine and because he connects with people, and people like him and they trust him. And I have, I'd say my financial background and my financial acumen fills in the third part of the puzzle. Together, have been the basis of how the Veld Group has come along and been created over the last 20 years. And since we've also seen thousands and thousands of businesses, it's like a doctor. The doctor you go in a doctor's office and you cough and he says, well, this is what's wrong with you, because he's seen this so many times. And that's same thing with the sellers. They'll come into us and show us their financials, tell us about their operation, and within a few hours we can give them some tangible advice to find a solution towards their goals. It goes back to trust. And if they don't trust you, then they're out the door and they're moving on to the next guy. And so gaining that trust is a natural process. The values that the company abides by are respect, integrity, honesty, and being genuine. Those are the most important things. And that's how we try to run the company. That's how I try to run my life. And that's how I go to bed at night and sleep well.